1.
This is Tom Grossi, and you're watching the PackReacts podcast. Let's go.
That's all they give him? That's all they give him?
And now we have arrived here, ladies and gentlemen. We have arrived here on the show after a bit brief of tech issues we had, of course. But we're on here, and we had to show you our Season 4 trailer. We'd like to start off our new intro now because we wanted to work on that this offseason. But welcome to PackReacts. I'm your coach, Jeremy Hadler. Love my other coach, Mike Arvonio. And tonight, folks, we're discussing Packer football here because training camp has arrived, and now we discuss. Mike, how we feeling here?
Feeling good. New season has approached us not only for the Packers, but also for the podcast. So great job, Jeremy, with our new intro.
Thank you.
Technical difficulties, otherwise known as StreamYard, trying to get more money out of us. You know,
Yeah.
I guess, operating for free isn't enough for StreamYard. But yeah, great job on the intro, and I'm glad we changed the song because the song is much more catchy than the last one, in my opinion. So, and I like the part of the video where we're dancing, and also John and Jeff made appearances on the intro. So, and some other guests. So, yeah, it's great to be back. We've took a little bit of a week hiatus, a few weeks off. Back on the show, excited for another season with Jeremy. We've been doing this, 5 years, Jeremy?
Well, it's 4 now. Like, this is our 4th year of what it is. 4th season, so.
It's true. But I feel like it's been more than 4 years. I thought we already had 4 years.
Well, we didn't start till, I think, the 2021 or 2022 season, I think it was when we started. Because I remember because the first video I remember us doing together, Mike, was training camp many years ago. And that was the first one I saw on our YouTube. So I think it was 4, if this is our 4th season now.
You're probably right. Okay, yeah, you're right. It did say that in the intro, season 4. So okay, so season 4.
Yeah.
Wow, time flies when you're having fun, I guess.
Yeah.
But just Jeremy and I tonight. We've had some guests on off the off season. And there's actually a lot of news to talk about. So do we want to go through what's been going on?
Yeah, go ahead. We can start. Mike, you can start off because I like to give you the floor to start off with.
Yeah, so I think the big news out there are twofold, and they're both in marketing / real estate. So the first thing, and I don't have any pictures ready to go up, but I will have to do that when you're talking, is the Packers got a new locker room. So the Packers have been doing a lot of construction in and around Lambeau Field the past few years. Last year, they got a underground parking lot, which I'm not a huge fan of because that means you can't see the players come in. So I think that was net negative. But the year before that, they obviously built that whole building for the coaches or whatnot. Sorry, that was last year too. Last year was the parking lot and the building. 2 years ago was the new video boards. So that was 2 years ago. And also the updated inside of Lambeau, especially with concessions and whatnot. So this year, I guess, was the locker room being updated. So I think they did a really nice job. I'll post some pictures when we get to Jeremy's thoughts. But the second thing, and I also pull out those pictures, are the what do you call it? The alternate jerseys. So it's throwback jersey, and kind of similar to what they had back a few years ago when Rodgers was there with the blue jerseys and brown helmet. Although this time, because they can actually change the helmet and have, I think that was a rule that was passed, right? That
Yes.
they can have helmets that are not just a single color. And actually change it. They made one that looks like a leather cap from back in the day, but obviously it's a modern day helmet. It also has some leather accents on it. So good stuff. I will pull up pictures and get your thoughts. What do you think, Jeremy?
I love the locker room. I love the whole locker room, especially when the Josh Jacobs was given a tour of it. When they did that, I thought was a nice feature that they had Jacobs giving us a tour of the whole locker room. The showers are pretty cool to see how that all is going. Plus, like, it reminded me, Mike, of like a D1 football school, like Oklahoma, Penn State's locker room. Just giving that vibe of it with like the seating. It had like sneakers. You can just get them like warmed up. I would say it's like pretty cool locker room to be a part of for that if I'm with the team. So I think they did a pretty great job with that. So I really like that. On the jersey side, I was not a fan of the helmets. I wasn't a fan of helmets. However, the jerseys I was a fan of. It reminded me of the cow. Reminded me of California University where Aaron Rodgers went. It reminded me of those uniforms. So I really like the uniforms. The helmets, I get it was throwback, but it just looks a bit odd. It looks like a weird shape. And I get they used that back in the day, but it just looks weird with it just being on a regular helmet design.
Yeah, I think the design's a little bit weird. So I'm pulling up some pictures now. You have to share my screen on YouTube. But so this is the before and after in the locker room. Obviously we can't get into the locker room, the Packers home locker room, and a tour.
Yeah.
But I think I really, I have no complaints about this locker room. Some people are saying that it's too gray scale. They don't like it, the lack of color. I think that's wrong. I think it's actually really cool. I think they did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
I think I love the LEDs on top of each locker that go around. I think that's my favorite part. I also like the throwback pictures, which I don't know if those are TV screens or just have. I think they're TV screens, right? But I think that's really cool. The lockers themselves are like out of college nowadays, which is cool. I don't care as much about the locker themselves. We're not using them. I more care about the aesthetics. But I like the LED lights that go around the locker. But the lockers themselves look pretty cool. I mean, if I was a player, I'd much rather this one versus the old ones, which, although the Packers locker room in the past, you could see in the before, was definitely nicer than the away one. There's really no technology or nothing making it was just a regular locker, wooden locker, right? I think the cool part was that it was in a circle and that everything was open and the space was laid out pretty good. But there was nothing that made that locker special compared to just a normal away locker room. So now obviously that's completely different. I think this is much needed, and I think this was money well spent on the Packers' perspective. So that's good. I think this is going to help players want to come and play in Green Bay. And I think that the LEDs is a huge, huge win. I think that's a really, really big win because there's a lot of things you could probably do up there. I'm excited. I'm excited for this locker room. It's unfortunate no one's going to get to see it in person. I wish they almost kind of did something where maybe they could tour it. I don't know what you would do, but I don't know. Maybe put like something in the it'd be kind of cool. I don't know what's above it, but if you make the ceiling where kind of glass, if you think about that, right? And like it's able to be like unfrosted automatically. I think that's something that exists, right? Elastic unfrosted, and like people could walk on top for the tours and see it from up there, assuming there's no one inside, right? There's no players or anything, but I don't know. I feel like that would be kind of cool. Granted, I don't even know if that's possible, and it's probably not worth the money even if it was. But
they do that with the Cowboys. The Cowboys have their own like state, like when they do the stadium tours I've heard of, the fans are like can see the players working out every single little thing. They're watching them like the Cowboy players are in a zoo. It's like they're just watching them the whole time. Now it's not in the locker room, but it's just like everywhere else from what I was seeing.
What's kind of crazy if you think about it, like what I'm saying kind of looks like that is the case. Like, doesn't it look like the ceiling is fluorescent, like you can see through it?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Am I going crazy?
No, you're not going crazy. I see what you mean. I'm seeing that.
I wonder if that's what they did. I don't know.
Maybe, Mike. Maybe you
I don't think
after.
so, but I mean that'd be pretty cool. I mean, the thing is that you'd have to have some kind of privacy. You can't have people seeing from up there when they're like changing and stuff, right? So there has to be a way that. But that'd be kind of a cool concept, right? Because I get why they don't want people inside the locker room, but it'd be cool to see it from the top.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's even possible, but it would be cool if it was. But anyway, I give what's your rating on the locker room?
My rating, I'd probably give it an A-, A-ish. I'd probably give it, Mike.
I say A+. I
think my only complaint probably is like the size of the logo. That's the one thing I like compared to the old one. That's not much of a knock on it. That's my only edge. Plus, it seems like, I don't know from the old photo, Mike, but from what I'm seeing in the new one, it looks like a little bit tighter and not much space compared to the before one. It looks like there's a lot more space. So I don't know if that's just me.
I gotta be honest. I give this an A+. Like I wouldn't change anything about it. I really like it a lot, and I disagree with you actually. I think that the old one had too much space, where it wasted space, right? Like, why would you want all that space? You don't like think about it. Okay, 1 second. Let me just say, I feel strongly about this. So let's say a player on the defense and the offensive guys on the other side, or somebody just on the other side of the locker room. How would I interact with that player without going to their locker and like sitting there? Like I know they interact in other places, right, in meeting rooms and but at the locker room after the game and stuff, how would I interact with somebody in the old locker room up there without like standing? Like, what's a natural place to like go across the aisle or across the room?
I mean, it's the G logo. That it's kind of like the cooler at the workplace. That's where everyone meets. That's where
I'm just standing there. There's nothing there. You know what I mean? So like that space probably never really got used. There was just people like media and stuff because it was just empty space. Yeah. In the new place, these couches are really well placed because you know they can play cards on the table over there. They have to go that way for to drop their towels off, right? So like that's like a meeting place now. These couches, I think that's a really good spot. And I think that's a better use of space than the huge G in the middle. Which you know now we still have the G in the middle, but it's just not as big. Like I don't think we need that. It kind of looked obnoxiously large before, honestly.
Okay. Yes. I'm saying more of like the space, not like the logo. I'm saying more of like the walk path away. Because it seems like to me, it seems a little more tighter with the couch than obviously like we're just seeing before.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what
I think it's better. I think it's using the space better than it is tight. Like, what do they really need the middle ground for? I guess when they have like you know, the coach talks after the game, after Lafleur talks the game, also with like locker room what do you call it? You know, interviews and stuff. But I think there's enough space for the reporters, and if there isn't, then oh well.
I'm just saying to get through people. That's what I'm just saying. Like if it's a crowd like by the couch area, and then people trying to get through, that's my only slight complaint. It's like people trying to get through and everything. That's
but the other problem is they had all these like
that's
they had all these things. You know, like
that's where
you got to go around these things. I know the towel thing. I feel you got to go around them. It was more of a maze before. Now it's just you have to go deal with the couches. But at least the couches you could sit on. At least they have some utility. These towel drop things had no utility. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I think the way it's set up now is much better. I like it a lot. I give it an A+. I really, if I were to come up with one, and this was what I came up with, I'd be happy with it. I really am. I'm happy with the way they did it. I think this is really sad. Like, look at this video. Like, I mean, the LEDs make it look really cool. I mean,
yeah. I mean, wasn't there also? I thought they said that they have the Super Bowl years up there or something. I don't know where exactly, but they have the Super Bowl years up there, like the 2010, 96, and all the other Super Bowls. Like just the number of years apparently in there somewhere was when Nate Hobbs said in the press conference apparently.
Yeah, I mean, just think about what you could do with these LEDs. You can
I love that.
You know what I mean? Like you could put around like player of the week or something, game ball guy, right? Like guy the best. You could put like maybe like highlights or some way on the TVs. You know what I mean?
All right, Mike. I'll give it an A+ now because of you. You convinced me to give it A+.
You know what I mean? Like this. Also, what I want to know is what's the sound system like in here? If you could pump some music and then also have the lights go off based off the music. I mean, think about it, right?
Yeah. I like that. You
know what I mean? Right? You have like let's say you have Lil Wayne, the green and yellow, right? And you come on, right? And you bump the music in here, and you have the lights go on and off, and then you have things going up around on the thing. I mean, that could be a really exciting atmosphere. I think this is like a great job that they did. I don't even think we know how cool it's going to be.
I think the only other team I know of, Mike, that had like a very similar locker room, I think, is the Atlanta Falcons. Had like a very similar type of locker room, apparently. I think that's my guess of what the Packers are trying to go after a little bit. They do have also like cool smoothie machine like area, every little thing, nice water fountain, every bit of that.
Yeah, but I'm very happy with that. And then the other thing that we got is Packers' new alternative jersey,
which got spoiled on Dick's Sporting Goods apparently the day before because they apparently posted it right before the announcement.
Even with the helmet?
Yeah, well, I think the helmet.
I don't think
maybe not the helmet. It was just that was it.
Here's my thing. I think the jersey looks really good.
I'm with you there.
I think that the gold color is better than the yellow that they had before. You know what I mean? Like this was the old one, right? Like it was too yellow.
No, there's a worse photo than that one, Mike. There's a worse one than that, but that is a bad one. There's like the one where they have like the gray circle. I remember. I swear.
I actually think this looks really nice. Now here's the thing. I'm not in love with the helmet.
We had argued about this earlier before the show, Mike.
I'm not in love with the helmet. What I will say I do like is look at that Packers on here. That's nice. The Packers on here right here. I like that color with the Packers in it. That looks cool, honestly. I like that a lot. But I like the jerseys a lot. I like the pants. I think the pants look good. It's just, you know what it is?
Yeah.
I think it would look cool with. I like this leather strip. That's right. It goes down
That's the thing I'm not a fan of.
I like that. I think what looks kind of tacky is the fake leather over here. You know what I mean? Like the leather strip here is it, but this is all fake, right? This is not real leather here.
That's okay. That's fair. That's fair. I'm with you there. I hate that.
Like I think almost if you just had the leather color without the fake straps and you put all real straps.
Mm-hmm.
It would look better.
John's got a question for you from the chat, Mike.
What's his question?
Any news or predictions on which game they'll wear these for?
Probably the ones that we're not going to, honestly. Even though I don't know which game I'm going to at the moment. But that's a good question, John. By the way, we got to grab a drink in the city at some point. They've been negligent on that. So let's see. And you got to check out my new apartment, even though you don't see much in this right here. Okay, let's see. Let me guess. I'm going to pull up the schedule.
Okay. I have a feeling it's going to be I feel like it's going to be one of the gold package games. I feel like it's going to be one of those.
Okay, I'm not going to take that into account because I maybe have to look to see what game is what. I would say it is going to be earlier on in the season.
Okay.
I was about to pick the Packers-Ravens, but that's around Christmas. I mean, it would be kind of cool to be around Christmas. I'm going to say against the Panthers on November 2nd. That or the Commanders on September 11th.
I'm thinking Commanders.
It's a little bit too early, though. That's the problem.
I know, but I feel like that's a command. I feel like that could be easily Commanders or what's the other home games that they have? I definitely think the Commanders could definitely be one. Let me see what the schedule has. I like it. Browns now they're away. Let's see here. I could see. I could see the Eagles, Mike. I could see the Eagles game and just be that one because it's in November.
But that's a night game. I don't think.
Oh,
night game.
The Bengals then.
Good. That's a 4:25.
Yeah.
Commanders also night games. So I guess it's a bad. Also, the Commanders a Thursday night game.
Yes.
So it can't be then, right?
No.
They still do the color rush jerseys, or no? They don't do that Thursday night anymore. That's an old thing.
I think that's an old thing. They used to do it. They do it for their own. They do it on their own now. They just don't do it for Thursday anymore. Yep, John's got a comment again. I think it will be the Bears. Old school matchup in cold weather.
And when is that game? That game is.
It's like very late.
December 7th.
Yeah, that's very
Could
late.
be. Could be. I mean, it would be kind of cool. Does the Bears have a throwback jersey?
I think they do. Oh, wait. There we go. Let me put it back. There we go.
All right, we're back. But yeah, so I overall, so my rating, I'll go first on this one. I think the jerseys, I wouldn't give it an A+. I'd give it an A-. The helmet, I don't want to give it a bad review because I see what they're going for.
Yeah.
I respect it. It's better than the brown, that's for sure. I think it could have been improved.
Yeah.
I think that what they're going for is unique, and I'll give them that. Like, no other team has done anything like this, so I like the fact that they're going for something unique.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not a leather helmet. So to pretend it is a leather helmet,
That gets snagged some points there for you.
yeah, like it's just like I like the color and I like the thought of it, and I really like the Packers in the front. Like it definitely grew on me than when I wrote in the group chat earlier that like it sucked.
I feel like the helmet. I feel like it's a B for you, Mike, because you like it, but like you don't totally hate it, or it could be a B.
Give it a B-.
Yeah, B-.
I think a B-.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's a B. I think that I like the fact that we're the first team to do something like this. I mean, I don't think any other team has done anything like this with a helmet.
Well, there has been, Mike, but it's not like history. It's been like new, cool, like the Lions, for example. They have like, you see how their logo is like a little blackish and they got blue surrounding it. Those are what the NFL like teams go for nowadays. We're the first team. I have never seen anyone else do it by going very old school with the helmets like this.
You're saying with the blue on the outside and then a big
black like look as the color logo for the Lions, and then the Bills just came out with one like going back to the old red helmets. They brought them back. They just posted. I saw that because the Lions did have that helmet last year. I remember that. I don't remember if that's just new for like every game or if that's just like once in a while thing. I don't know. Chad, you have to
I am a big fan of this new helmet thing. Like I'm all for like let's experiment with different stuff. I mean, the NFL's making enough money. Why not try different things? So like I'm a really big fan of the concept. Execution wise, I mean, it's not bad, but
it could be better.
It also it just looks fake a little bit. That's my thing. You know what I mean? It's like obvious that it's fake. It's like wearing a Chinese jersey, which I wear, and I'll do that. I don't care if it's
I would do too.
It's like they're going for like a 3D look when it's not 3D. That's
it's 2D.
Right. That's why like what I would have done I like the color. I think the color looks good, like the paint. but I would have made the straps all real leather that were 3D coming on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of them, the one down the middle, is like that, right?
Yes.
But the ones on the corner going to diagonally, I don't think are like that. They're painted.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Mike.
Or would have even been cooler, and I don't know if this is possible, but you have a real helmet and you put leather around it. Like, so you actually don't see the helmet. You only see the leather around it. And that must have been, that probably was a lot more expensive. But like, I feel like if you're going to do it, like, do it the right way.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so for my grade, I think I give it for the helmet. I think I'm in the same boat with you. I probably just give it a B, just slightly, not B plus, but just a B. I think it's all right, but definitely like I don't think it's totally that bad. Uniforms, on the other hand, I really love them a lot. I probably give it an A. I probably give it like an A. I give it probably an A. It's better than what we've seen, Mike. And this is the one thing I will give credit to the Packers is we're starting to see more new things. They're trying out new things than compared to the like years ago. Like we've seen with the social media, you've nagged on the social media so much of they can be better. You always complain about their schedule release video every single year. So I think we're seeing a transition where we're starting to try out new things than just staying in the same old river, as we like to say on the show.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm happy. I like the logo. That's like GB thing. I'm a big fan of what they did. I also like they changed their name to Green Bay Packers Football Club. Like I think it's cool.
See,
I'm a big fan of what they're doing here. I'm not complaining. I think it actually looks really good. Like even like the logo, like the whole stick of it, I'm a big fan of. Very big fan of.
Mm-hmm.
Like honestly, I'm almost liking the blue and yellow better than. I hate to say.
No,
it,
I can't do that.
I really think it looks good. Like
I can't say that. I really love the green and yellow more.
Green is my color, but the thing is this looks really good. Like I'm a big fan of the marketing that's coming out. Like this G&B. Like I think they did a really good job. Whoever marketing built this, designed it. And I get the only thing I'm not a fan of is the helmet a little bit.
I'm with you. I'm with you there. So it's like the opposite for me, Mike. I don't like. Okay, I like the uniform. I'll say this: I like the uniforms of like the green, yellow, what they had last year, and now they have this year the uniforms. The helmets could be better. I'm just saying it could be a bit better than what it was. Like you didn't like the helmet last year for when they had the white uniforms when playing the Texans. You weren't a huge fan of that because of like the spots and everything, because they had like those little white green spots of like just paint on it.
I don't remember them now. White uniforms, Packers.
It was like the snow out game, they called it.
Oh yeah, I remember saying that. Yeah. But there's spots in the helmet. I think just white and. I think I liked the helmet last year actually a lot. I think the helmet is nice.
You were complaining about
I think I said that the jerseys were nice. The jerseys were. This is the opposite problem. I actually like. I like the white helmets a lot. The jerseys I thought were bland. But the white helmets are actually pretty cool. Like I think what actually be nice is let's wear our regular home jerseys with the white helmet. I think that'd be cool.
I'm with you there.
I don't know if you could do that because it's different colors. I don't see why not. You could do brown and blue. So that would be cool, you know?
We see the NBA do it all the time. They're trying out new different things like this stuff all the time. So they're allowed to do it. Why can't the NFL do it?
I'm a big fan of trying out different things. And hopefully this is like a thing every year. They come up with something new, you know? So this is exciting. It's exciting. Also, you know, the other hot take I'll take before we move on, because we've been talking about this for a while, is I would rather not have one game where they do it. I'd rather like, you know, it would be kind of cool.
What's that?
So let's say teams every year. I think this is a good idea.
Okay.
let's say every year, right? Teams came up with a new. It was required you came up with a new uniform every year.
Okay.
So what happens is you have your home, you have your away,
Yeah.
right? And then you have alternates that keep growing, but you never retire the alternates. They're always available. Okay.
That's what they do with the NBA.
Okay. So every week fans can choose, kind of like when you go in Madden, right?
Okay.
So there's a vote. Okay.
Okay.
But I guess it's got to be for 2 weeks out, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be. It has
Because
to be 2 weeks.
you got to give them time to
Make the jerseys and all,
well,
and then plus, because the jerseys gonna take a bit to like,
right. So maybe
and then you also got to put them in the Packer store because you're gonna be selling those right away and be like the first things to buy off.
right. Like see, that's the tough thing because I think it'd be cool to do like last minute where you don't know. Like I think what's cool is like if you don't know when it is, or maybe here's what they do.
Okay.
It's a vote in the middle of the in preseason, right? Let's say they announce these like right now, right? So for training camp, there's a vote for the length of training camp. Okay, what week it is, and what jersey it is, right?
Yeah.
So somehow you do a vote, right? And they don't tell you at the end what won,
it is.
what won, right? So it's secret what won. So you don't find out till the day of what they wear, and that you don't know. You don't know until they come out and like practice. Well, think about it because they won't be allowed to wear the jerseys in practice. They have to wear their
On
other
game
jerseys.
day. Yeah.
So I guess they have to when they come out in the jerseys for practice. That's when you'll know. Like when they come out for warm-ups, right? That's when you'll know.
I like that idea a lot. I like that. I think it'd be cool to do that.
Like I guess what I'm trying to solve for is
I get what you mean. Like you want the fans to vote. I'm wondering, like, if you want to do it, like, kind of a little piggyback off your idea. If you want to do like a Pro Bowl kind of voting system way, but again, you don't find out until like the very end to continue. But have like the media or have the Packer players also have like some vote in it too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you have, yeah, I don't know. But what I'm saying is like it just shouldn't be like a 1 year like mark. Like we're gonna do this one game and then like be done with it. Like if we're gonna have different options, let's see what the people like the best.
Yeah.
And let's wear those more than the other ones. You know what I mean? Again, I don't know how it would work operationally. Maybe it's a bad idea. But what I'm trying to solve for is I'm trying to say there's a possibility now that we have different options available to us. Like also, can we mix and match? Like, can we wear the blue jerseys with the white helmets? You know what I mean? Like that'd be cool. Like why do we stuck or the leather helmets with the regular home jerseys? That's what I'm saying. Like that's what is available to the fans to pick.
I agree.
Like democratize. Like I'm not saying the people should be able to make the jersey, unless what you could do is, say that 1 year out of 5, you have to do it every year. You have to come up with a new one every year, right? But every other year, the team picks 1 year. The other year, the fans pick based off of fan graphic designers that put in, right? So you alternate based off of which year the team picks and which year the fans pick based off of graphic designers.
So kind of like my cleats almost a little like where the kids get to like design their own drawings, but it gets put on like the player's shoe, for example. But we go in the voting system now with like it goes like opposite every year where like, okay, this year's the Packers, next year will be the fans. But I don't I think the only it'd be operational. I think that's the only issue I would say for that idea. But I think it's a good idea, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I also don't know because here's the thing: you don't think some firm made a ton of money to come up with this marketing scheme for them? I mean, because it's not just the jerseys; they got the new logo, the whole marketing plan. I mean, I'm in business, right? You don't think that they sat down with a bunch of slides and said, "Here's our idea. We want you to change your Instagram handle to this. We want you to do all this." Like they definitely did that, and I get it. And they come up with the videos and stuff. Um, But I just think there's a way to make this interactive with the fans. And I'm not saying my ideas would go anywhere because I'm not a graphic designer. I have no idea how to do this. And I don't really want to, honestly. It's too much work. But like, I think there are some cool jerseys that go, like concept jerseys that go out on Twitter and stuff. That would be cool to come to life, and maybe, a normal corporation wouldn't come up with that idea. But if a person did and the fans like it, like,
Yeah.
kind of like what happened with Twitter. Like they said, well, what's the best picture for X, right? Who knows if that was a rigged vote or not? But I just think that some of this democratization, like, does it really matter the jerseys? Really, it's for the fans, right? Like they're marketing it to us clearly. So why not democratize it so that people can see their own thoughts come to life?
You're gonna have to go to Roger Goodell's house, Mike. You're gonna have to go all the way to his place and go ask him.
No, I think it's a good idea. Like, I think there's a way to make this interactive, and it would just increase. Ultimately, the fans are what matters. The NFL exists because of the fans. Make this process interactive, and I think that's really valuable because, like, it is cool. I mean, I like what they're doing here. That they're coming up with new, innovative jerseys and helmets. Like, who would ever thought? Like, if I showed you this thing last year, would you think I'm nuts? If I said this is actually going to become a thing?
I would have thought you're nuts a little,
right?
Like, especially the helmets,
right? So, like, I think it's kind of cool. Like, the helmet is very unique. I haven't seen anything like that in the NFL. And I'm glad the Packers are being the trailblazers here because I think it's a really good idea. And I want to see more of it, which is why I'm trying to like solve for how do we make this more acceptable and we get more creative with this kind of stuff because I think it's interesting. I really do. I think this is really cool. I'm not a huge fan of the helmets. I think it probably could have been executed a little bit better, but I'm a really, really big fan of the idea behind the helmets. Like, I'm not somebody saying, oh, this is not kosher for the Packers. Like, doesn't have the G on it. I don't like it. No, I actually like the fact that it doesn't have the G on it. And again, I'm not trying to say we go away from our normal jerseys. What I'm saying is let's have some creativity amongst the board. Just like these, like, imagine if every team did something like this. Like, how cool would it be like a New Jersey release day? You know what I mean? Like, they have the schedule release day, but like they had this release day.
Jersey.
Right.
But it is a Jersey way. Yeah, I see.
You know what I mean? Like, it would be really exciting to see, like, well, how creative did they get with their jersey? And I feel like this is going to happen. I feel like they're going to see what the Packers did here, and they're going to, do it. They're going to go that route because I think there's a lot of value with what the Packers did this season. And I don't really see any other teams doing it other than I know the Browns tried doing it, and the guy fell into the water. You see that?
Some people say it was staged, but
I was about to say that. I feel like it was staged.
The way he was moving his feet looked more staged than I've ever seen.
Right?
The way he was moving his feet.
Doesn't it seem like he knows he's gonna go over and like he's
Plus,
like
the jersey also threw me off too, Mike, because it said like number 8, and I'm like, who the heck is number 8? I've never heard of a player. Like, I was looking at I was trying to squeak in and look at the jersey. Nobody I know of on the Browns. I've never heard of anyone on the Browns with that name, or I forget the name, but it was like not relation to whatsoever. It looked like T. Higgins or Jamar Chase's jersey for a second.
I think it was staged. I think that they did it on purpose. Because it seemed like he was waiting. Like, you ever walk down like the stairs at night and like, you can't see, and you're like fishing for like the next stair, hoping that you don't like be at the bottom and like You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it almost seemed like that's what he was doing.
Okay.
He was like looking to see if like he was over or not, and then he realized it wasn't, and then he fell. And then they put out the video afterwards of you could see the camera in the water. So it's like it was really I mean, I guess they could laugh at themselves afterwards if it was really a mistake, but I don't know. I just feel like that was obviously staged. Like it was clearly going to go viral that he fell in the water, you know?
Speaking of other viral things, Mike, the Packers went viral from yesterday at Matt Lafleur's press conference. That went viral of the Amber Alert went off and
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I was watching it today. I didn't see it went viral, but I did. I was watching it.
Yeah, it went viral on LinkedIn, went viral on Twitter. All like because they posted the video because like the Packers were the first people, Mike, to post the video, and then everyone else started posting it today from reposting it. And so I got inside scoop though. What happened though? Apparently, because I was watching Andy Herman's stream and I was asking him the question of like, so what really happened in there? And he goes, so it was the Amber Alert that occurred, but it was at the end of when the Amber Alerts happened. So like everything was like fine. It's just at the end is when the sound went off, telling everyone that, okay, there's no situation to be alert of. It's taken care of. So nothing to worry about. And the interesting fact, though, of what Herman said was his phone was the only one silenced in that meeting.
But the Amber Alert goes off regardless if your phone's silent or not.
No, apparently it was silence. It did not go off on Herman's phone, he said.
I thought it went off regardless if it was silent or not. I think it'd have to be off in order for it. That's surprising. I mean, what's weird is if it had gone off earlier that day, surprised they didn't tell people not to bring their phones in. They didn't probably think about that. Although, you know, maybe there's a bit more important things in a Packers press conference if there's an Amber Alert out there.
Yeah.
Not that they all could have done anything about it. But yeah, that was funny. I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What else do we got on the docket?
Well, I like to share something here. I know one person knows because I already said it to him, but I like to share what we get as season ticket holders, Mike. Not you.
Look at this. Drum roll.
All right.
Look at that.
So, to give you what I got out of this, to open it up here, the first thing I got was a coin that's been tradition the last couple years. It is a season ticket coin. Get that up to the camera there. So that's the first part. And it goes the year at the bottom here. And it gives you the season tickets with the logo, which I thought was pretty cool. But on the back, I really like is this. It says the 13 World Time Champs here. That focuses in on there. But that's what it says there. So I think that's pretty cool, unique, that I always like is the coin that they involve a lot. So I thought that was
2024, 2025?
2025.
No, it looked like 4.
So that was the one cool thing. And then the interesting, because it's the first time now, and we're going to get into this, first time I see a Mr. New Person as the CEO, and that's Mr. Ed Policy, not Mark Murphy here this time, because he officially retires tomorrow now, Mike. His ceremony is tomorrow. So, Mr. Ed Policy takes over officially tomorrow.
Did it say anything interesting in that letter?
Let's see. I didn't read it. Looking forward to welcome you all. My first one as Packers president and CEO. I recognize how fortunate we are to have such incredible fans and dedicated season ticket holders. I'm excited to connect with many of you in the years to come. Our team is in a great position as we get ready to kick off 2025 with Jordan Love leading our talented roster and our whole organization ready to pursue 14th championship. We have a great slate of home games here with 8 regular season games and 2 preseason contests. In addition, we're going to be hosting competitive NFC North, AFC North, Super Bowl champion Eagles, blah, 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 Commanders, all that. As you get ready for the season, we'd like to remind you of the recent stadium improvements if you have not had the chance to take advantage of them. Our grab-and-go concession stands allow fans to get back to their seats as quickly as possible, and the large concourse video screens keep fans engaged with the game even when they're away from their seats. Fans are also enjoyed grabbing a beverage in the climate-controlled Miller Lite end zone bar on the lower course, as well as our newly renamed Verizon Loft on the upper concourse. Additionally, if you have not been over to Tylertown lately, I encourage you to spend time there before prior to going to a game. There are many restaurants, fitness clubs to go check out. And yeah, so that was pretty much the letter. Then we also got the handbook of what we got of the usual, which is basically telling you game day information, your game day parking, tickets, your ticket terms and conditions, lost and found, and etc. Plus, you get a nice little schedule here at the end.
You want to read the terms and conditions for us, Jeremy? No,
Please
don't.
That is a long list here, Mike.
Please don't. Please don't. You're going to lose everybody.
First day, kids, is the first page where Mike learns that he has to buy a ticket before going 15 minutes to the game.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, did they change the video boards again, or is this old?
We have to show me a photo because they redid the video boards like 2 years ago.
Yeah, this is not right now, right? Because I looked up to see what the latest construction projects 3 days ago, and it brings you to a video of them changing the boards. But this can't be right. This has got to be old. So all right,
probably
ignore me. This has got to be old.
Also, fans, for you to remind of how to do your ticket mobile ticketing, download the Packers app, then go into click on your accounts, My Packers account, sign to your account, and in that you should access your game ticket, and then it should give you the barcode. Now, if you don't want the barcode like here, and you just want to save your ticket, put in your Apple Wallet. So make sure you're saved, and right as soon as you get to go check your tickets in, boom. That's how it's done, kids. That's how it's done. So that's what we got here of the fun tradition here of the season ticket holder. If you're not one, well, good luck on the list. Because Mike's on the list, and he's far away from happening there, folks. So, yeah. But let's – go ahead, Mike.
Keep making fun of me, I guess.
But let's talk about some bigger news. Someone got paid, Mike. Who got paid for the Packers?
Zach Tom. And it was a good deal, too. We liked it. Pretty big signing bonus, which is going to get smoothed out over the rest of the contract life from a cap hit.
Yep.
Forget the numbers, but it was a fair deal for all, and I'm happy about that. Zach Tom is a guy that we should keep in Lambeau or keep in Green Bay for as long as we can. Very happy with that move.
It was, I believe, a 4-year deal. Hold on, I had it. 4-year, $88 million extension. And I believe it was like, $30.2 million in bonus. He is the ninth highest paid, I believe, ninth highest paid offensive lineman in the league right now. And he, so he's 26 years old. And where ranks as compared to some other guys that are ahead of him, Tristan Wirfs from Tampa, Penei Sewell from the Lions, Trent Williams, Christian Darsaw, Lane Johnson, Laramie Tunsil, Andrew Thomas, and Jake Matthews. So I think this is a good deal. Plus, this also brings into question now too, Mike. Will Elgton Jenkins? What happens with him? He was there at training camp, but did not participate in it because he's dealing with a back injury. They claim, but I claim it to be more of a contract dispute. But if they cut it, if they cut him at the end of the season, Mike, they save $20 million in the cap.
You mean so? You're not saying he's not going to be there this year? You're saying that next year with the question
next year? Yeah. So if he gets cut at the end of this, after the season,
when it comes,
yeah. So next year he might get cut, guys.
I'll think about it next year.
But who knows if he's gonna? We're waiting to see if he actually shows up or if he's lying about the back injury. We have to wait and see because he wants contract, and I don't think that's right because I feel like if he starts the contract dispute and wants the extension, then you're going to start a whole train of other Packer players wanting to get more deals. It's just going to be a phenomenon. So I think Elgton Jenkins starts his train, it's not going to end well for the Packers front office. I just don't think so. So, yeah. But it is interesting, though, this offensive line, Mike, because we got open competition now with the left tackle, is what was mentioned in the press conference. So we got to wait. So we got to wait and see who wins that spot, because we're seeing Jordan Morgan, the guy you were not a fan of with the pick, despite him, his player-ish, even though he got hurt last year, he started playing. You also got Rasheed Walker playing out there. It's looking a battle between left tackle. I think right guard is still being a battle, but it kind of looks like I'm looking at towards Sean Ryan to get the job more a little bit. They did have Jacob Monk, the second-year draft pick, play right tackle, or excuse me, right guard to be a rotational guy. Then they also did both of Ryan and Monk at center as well. So that's something to keep an eye on too, to see how that goes, to see where's the left tackle going to be positioned, and whoever loses that battle, who's going to fill in the center spot if Elgton Jenkins doesn't come back. That's going to be an interesting question to me.
I mean, I still don't understand why we got Monk, who's a center, through. If he's not going to play the position. So, I mean, I could see Elgton Jenkins being a 1-year thing there, and then maybe give it to Monk. I don't know, but let's enjoy this season and Elgton Jenkins at the helm before we worry about next season.
No, I'm with you there. And then also we have Mecole Hardman. This is his job to lose. He's doing the return game. That's what they brought him in for mostly. It's his job to lose, I will say, Mike. We've never really had, besides Keyshawn Nixon, we haven't had a great returner in a bit, and he's doing more punt returns because Keyshawn's more of a kickoff guy. And we had struggles with punt returns for the last couple of years with Amari Rodgers, Jaden Reed fumbling the ball. I think this is Mecole Hardman's job to lose, and we need improvement there badly, I will say. So I think that is something we got to keep an eye on also, just for special teams' sake. And just to give you a fun fact, Mike, if you weren't paying attention to training camp, Tucker Kraft took a kickoff return. Took one. So he could do anything. Play quarterback, play running back, anything you need him to do. Kraft will do it for you guys. He'll do it.
Yep.
So.
All right. And what about Mo Belton? That's the only other thing I could. Or Bo Melton.
Yeah, Mr. Bo Melton. You thought you heard of Travis Hunter? Nay. We got a new Travis Hunter. That is Bo Melton, who will now be playing CB and no longer wide receiver. So he changed his number, I believe, to 16. I think his number is. And so that got changed. So he will be playing CB. I don't know where he will be exactly playing. If he's playing outside in the slots, I don't know. It is an interesting experiment to see how he was. He did play CB a little bit back in college. His brother, Max Melton, plays CB for the Arizona Cardinals. So we just to see how that whole transition goes. But yeah, that would be interesting to make. So hopefully he's not our CB1, unless he's very, very good, which I doubt. But if he is, let it happen. Let it happen. Make it be to that. So yeah, we got that happening. So we got our CBs out there. And this reminds me, Mike, of the transition of the Ty Montgomery. Because Montgomery was a wide receiver, and then they transitioned to a running back. I'm kind of seeing that a little bit more with Bo Melton, even though it's completely different opposite size. It's kind of reminding me of that transition a little bit.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think this is I don't think this is as big of – I mean, I think this is bigger a problem than people are making it seem. Like, Bo Melton is not a cornerback. I'm sorry. Like, even if he's good at it, like – why not make him a cornerback in previous years? Like, this is a break glass in case of emergency option. Yeah. And I'm not trying to take a shot at Bo Melton. Like, actually, props to him for being open to doing this. Mm-hmm. I think he's kind of putting his career on the line in this move where I don't think he was ever going to be making the NFL as a receiver. And I think this is honestly probably a good move for him because he probably will make the team now because they need a quarterback. And honestly, if I'm a player like him, like I'd be open to something like this because let's say you're like decent at corner, like it's a fresh start almost. But I feel like this is the last hurrah. Does that make sense? Like you can't go back from this move. You can't go back to receiver.
Because I don't know if he would have made it too, Mike, if the receiver, because of the competition, he might have gotten cut. because of how
but
much
then
the
the
competition
question
is.
is, do you go to another team, right? Like now what he's done is he's became like Packers 100%. Like he's basically the Packers, for lack of better words, B word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do if they cut you right now? No one's gonna pick you up as a cornerback that isn't in dire need like the Packers are, right? Like you have no experience at cornerback. You're basically fitting in. You're basically doing what the Packers need you to do to save their ass.
Yeah.
They better give you a spot on the team. Like they probably guaranteed him a spot on the team to make this move. Like he's putting so much at risk for his own career.
Plus, this is probably the backup option that they had for replacing Jair Alexander, because he got cut because we really didn't, because you were at the draft, Mike. We didn't address CB until Tom Grassi, and you were on TV, Mike, for it to happen.
No, I know. What I'm saying is that Bo Melton has to play for the Packers.
Yes, he has to.
Because
it's stupid if you just cut him, then what was the whole point of that?
Right. And if they cut him, is he a receiver now or is he a quarterback? He has no experience at quarterback. Like he's basically he plays for the Packers as cornerback now, or he's not playing in the NFL ever again.
Yeah.
So like in order to make this move, like if he doesn't make the team as a receiver, well, other teams pick me up as a receiver. He's in the same spot as he was before. Mm-hmm. Now, like he's completely recalculated himself.
Mm-hmm.
And like he has no experience in what he's trying to do. And he wouldn't be doing this if the Packers didn't have this dire need. So I feel like the Packers are almost like expected now to not drop this guy.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I did want to get your thoughts though, quick, because I think we did talk about this on a prior episode. I don't think we talked about it as much. Was Nathaniel Hackett returning to the Packers and replaying the similar role as what Robert Saleh was for us last year?
Oh yeah, I did see that. I heard about that. Here's my only thing with it. I think it's not a bad idea. I hope they're not paying them, and if they are, then they're not paying them much. And I don't think they were paying Saleh, so hopefully they're not paying Nathaniel Hackett. I don't know. I'm not 100% of a fan of this idea. It's basically Lafleur doing a favor for his friends.
Yeah.
My only concern with it is are we giving away secrets to people that are going to by default be not in the building next year? You know what I mean? Like
Saleh's is DC of 49ers now.
Like we're basically trading, exactly. Like we're basically trading like that, having a top mind in the room who shouldn't also then be undermining the other heads of like the head coaches, right? So like this guy has to kind of take like a step back and kind of just be there to learn.
Yeah.
And they're going to be guaranteed gone the next year, so they can take what they learned to use it against us. Like I don't really see in what instance the Packers win, because even when we had Saleh in the field, like it's almost like it's for them. Like they can't like add any value, because they add any value, they're like undermining the current coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think it's kind of a weird situation, and the Saleh situation I was kind of for, because I would really like Saleh to add value to this team.
Mm-hmm.
My thing with Nathaniel Hackett is I think he's a good culture guy, and maybe that adds value to this team.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really think he adds much value from a football perspective. I really didn't think he did when he was offensive coordinator either. I kind of felt like he was a kind of riding on the coattails guy. I think we kind of saw that when he left.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the only thing I really liked when he came for us, Mike, was the run game, because that's what he was known for when coming from Jacksonville, because he was a part of Leonard Fournette's best year, and then he implements that with the running backs here, and then we saw how the running backs were with us. So I give him a little cred of just the running back part, but everything else, no, I don't give him. He did not do a great job with that. Only the running backs, I'd say.
So I don't really know, but look, I'm not gonna harp on it. My only concern with it is we're basically doing a solid for these coaches that are friends with Lafleur. Again, I have nothing against Hackett as a person. I think he's actually a nice guy, so I'm kind of glad he's around. But the thing is even when we start with Salah, we're just kind of giving away secrets to the people that are going to be the enemy in a year. So I don't know. I think that's probably not great.
Yeah, it's an interesting puzzle to see how it goes and if the guys leave or not. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. It will be interesting. We wanted to go to one last topic here before we head out real quick. Quay Walker practiced today. He did only a walkthrough, though, so he really didn't practice, but he did a walkthrough, and Lafleur said in the presser that it'd probably be 1 to 2 weeks before he gets actual playing on the field because they want to make sure he's healthy. So,
have you heard anything about Christian Watson? Is he on the whole season?
He, I think they placed. I don't know. I forget if they placed him in the PUP or not. From what I kept hearing from Goody and everybody, he's looking good at the stage he's currently in, which is not bad because that's it's better. So I think he might return a little. My guess, that is just me speculating here. I think he's going to return a little bit earlier than what the initial report was. Okay, so he was placed on the PDP. So I think he can. I think he'll come a little bit early. All those kinds of injuries where some guys are Achilles even. Some guys come back early, some guys come back later. It's case by case scenario. But I do think Christian will be back a couple weeks earlier than what his was. So I think that's going to be the case for Christian Watson. He comes back.
Sorry.
So yeah.
My internet's going out. But yeah, no. Hopefully Christian Watson comes back at some point this season. I don't think it'll be until late season. So.
Nice.
All right, my internet's going out, so let's wind it down. Not sure what's going on, but I think it's a lot going on. Training camp is here, so it's going to be interesting. I may go to training camp, probably not. The Cheesehead TV meetup is in August, right? So
yeah,
a lot going on in my world with work and stuff. So and there's some family stuff as well. So probably not going to go, but yeah, do you know what game you're going to this year, Jeremy?
The Eagles, and I think I'm going to the Cincinnati game as well.
Okay. Well, that's all I got. Anything else that you wanted to hit on?
Well, I would like to say once again.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, Jeremy. Hopefully, we have another 4 seasons ahead of us. So yeah, we're gonna try to get as many. I'm not sure if it's frozen just on my end or for everybody, but what do you call it? Hopefully, we get more guests and have a good season ahead of us. So
And
so yeah.
Oh, there.
Now it's okay. So yeah,
good.
All right, so it's a good season. I'm excited, and yeah, it should be fun. So, do you want to wind us down? Anything that you have going on? Do you want to announce the special video you did the other day, or is that a secret right now?
Oh, that's a secret right now, Mike.
No, secret.
That's a secret.
Well, we're not gonna tell anybody.
No, we won't tell anybody yet. But no, yeah. So we'll be We'll be back here. We'll be starting regularly, folks. We're gonna try our best to do Thursday nights as we head into preseason here. We're gonna try our best with that. If me and Mike's schedule, we're gonna try our best with that, and we will have more guests on. We are making that promise this year, guys. We are having more guests on. We already have some booked. I haven't told Mike yet, but we have some booked already. He will be stoked of one person I know about. So
Really? Look at this.
yeah, so you'll be stoked about that. I'm just gonna say
We better figure out our StreamYard.
We better.
All right, sounds good. The one thing I just wanted to say on a personal, not really personal, but just on a national route. I don't know if you're a WWE fan, Jeremy, but Hulk Hogan passed away today. So, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. That's really unfortunate. It, very sudden. I don't think anybody was expecting that. He was 71, which is not young, but not old either.
Yeah.
I think it was a freak thing. I'm sure more information will come out, but definitely unfortunate. Hopefully it was natural and everything was okay, but it was kind of weird. I don't know. I don't think anyone was expecting that. So, rest in peace. And it's I used to be a WWE fan as a kid. Not really so much anymore, but yeah. So that's all I got. Ready to sign off?
Okay, I'm back on, guys.
Yeah, something going on with the internet. Let's sign off while we can.
Folks, that's going to wrap it up here. We appreciate you listening to PackReacts, and we will be posting this and this episode is done. We're going to post it on our Spotify for you to listen, but where you can find us is once again, as I'm going to wrap it up shortly here, be on the YouTube channel, Mike on the PackReacts, and we're both going to be working a bit better on that too. So we will try for Mike's sake. We will try. But that will do it here in the studio once again. We'll be back here next week. And as always, go Pack Go as we run out before the internet kills me.
Go Pack Go. All right, guys. Thanks. And let's go training camp. Exciting stuff.